Most people start a side hustle and quit within 90 days. Not because the idea was bad, because they were lied to about how it actually works. In the next 11 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact model that separates the side hustles that earn $500 to $2,000 a month, consistently, from the ones that die at week 6. Because if you skip this, you'll do what 90% of people do. You'll put in weeks of real effort, see almost no money, and assume the idea didn't work. It probably did work. You just didn't know what phase you were in. The phrase passive income has been destroyed. Every ad on YouTube promises you'll make money while you sleep, usually by selling a course about making money while you sleep. But here's what nobody shows you: the mechanics. What actually happens when you start a side hustle, how it evolves, and what the path from $0 to $1,000 a month actually looks like. Not in theory, but in practice. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what phase your side hustle is in right now, what you should be building in that phase, and how long you actually need to stay in it before the money starts to feel real. This isn't theory. This is the model. Let's start with the thing passive income gurus never say. A side hustle, at the beginning, is a second job. You trade time for money. You do work. You get paid. You stop working. The money stops too. That's not passive. That's linear. And that's completely normal. The mistake isn't starting here. The mistake is expecting not to. Here's a number that explains why most side hustles die. 81% of side hustlers earn under $200 a month after their first 3 months. And most people see that and think, this isn't worth it. I quit. But here's what the data also shows. The people who hit $1,000 a month consistently, almost all of them went past month 6. Month 6 is where the curve bends. Most people quit at month 2 or 3, not because the hustle failed, because they expected it to work faster than it does. The side hustles earning $1,000 a month were started, on average, 14 months before they hit that milestone. 14 months, not 14 days. So phase 1 is the second job phase. Real work, slow money. And that's okay, because the goal of phase 1 isn't income. It's information. You're learning what works. You're building something. And if you build the right thing, the whole model changes. Quick pause. If you're already thinking about what kind of side hustle fits you, hit subscribe. I break down exactly this kind of personal finance stuff every week on this channel. Here's the shift that changes everything. At some point, the way you work has to change. Not harder, different. Phase 1 is time for money. Phase 2 is building something that works when you don't. Think about what that actually looks like. A freelance designer charges $500 per project. That's phase 1. Time in, money out. Now they package their 5 most common designs into a template shop. Each template sells for $15. It delivers automatically. That's phase 2. A tutor charges $60 an hour. Phase 1. They record those same lessons once and sell access for $79. Phase 2. The goal isn't to stop working. The goal is to separate your income from your hours. That's why the best side hustles are digital products, templates, automated services, or productized packages. Not because they're easier, but because they scale. You build it once, it works forever. But here's what slows most people down in phase 2. They try to build something from scratch, something new, something they still have to learn. And that's the wrong move. And I'll show you exactly why in a second. Stay with me here, because this next part is the piece most side hustle advice skips entirely. And it's the reason some people reach $1,000 a month twice as fast as everyone else. The fastest path to a working side hustle is this: monetize what you already know. Not what you want to learn. Not what sounds impressive. What you already do. Your job has already trained you. Every skill your employer pays you for, other people will also pay for. If you spend 40 hours a week building spreadsheets, someone out there will pay you to build theirs. If you spend your days writing emails, there's a business owner who can't write and knows it. If you teach, advise, design, code, or analyze, there is a market for that skill outside the building you go to every morning. The mistake people make is thinking their skills are too normal. Everyone knows how to do this. No, they don't. The things that feel obvious to you because you've done them for years are genuinely difficult for someone who hasn't. That gap is where your side hustle lives. Your existing knowledge is the product. The side hustle is just the packaging. But knowing what to build is only half the equation. The other half is the part nobody talks about. Here's the honest timeline. Month 1 to 3. You're building and testing. Income is near zero. This feels discouraging. It's normal. Month 3 to 6. First consistent revenue, usually $50 to $300 a month. Not life-changing, but it's proof the model works. Month 6 to 12. Systems start clicking. You're not always trading time for it. Income reaches $300 to $800 a month. Month 12 and beyond. Compounding kicks in. That's when $500 to $2,000 a month becomes realistic. The reason I'm giving you specific months isn't to discourage you. It's because the timeline is the most predictable part of this. Most people quit at month 2, right before month 3, when the first real money starts to show up. They quit because they expected a different timeline. Not a bad idea. Not a bad execution. Just wrong expectations. Give it 12 months. Not because it has to take that long, but because committing to 12 months means you won't quit at month 2 when it feels like nothing is working. Let's do the math on $500 to $2,000 a month. $500 a month is $6,000 a year. That's a full emergency fund. That's 1 year of a car payment eliminated. That's $500 a month invested, compounding for the next 20 years. $1,000 a month is $12,000 a year. That changes your options. It changes what you can say no to. It changes how fast you can hit any financial goal you have. $2,000 a month is $24,000 a year, equivalent to a part-time job. Except it's yours. No manager. No schedule. Just systems running while you work your actual job. If you want to keep building toward that, subscribe. I put out videos every week on the real mechanics of personal finance. Not the hype, the actual model. And if you want to know which type of side hustle actually fits your current skills and your current phase, I break that down in the next video. It's right here. Because the biggest mistake isn't picking the wrong side hustle. It's picking the right one for the wrong phase. That video tells you exactly where to start.